Son shiny. Voy a verlo. Porque no tengo ni puta idea. Me refiero a esto, que no sé si es un shiny. Puede que sí, puede que sí. Rácatelo por si acaso, porque yo en directo no lo puedo ver, la verdad. Somos shiny. Uy, obvio. Bueno, nunca lo sabremos. Creo que voy a hacer esto como un juego, Un shiny, un shiny, un shiny, un shiny, un puto shiny, un puto shiny, un puto shiny, un puto shiny. Vale, vale, vale. Relájate. 85 encuentros. Estaba buscando por un huevo fett. Estaba buscando un huevo fett. Encontré un jirafa shiny. Enfócate, enfócate. Vale. ¿Qué hacemos, chicos? Bueno, vamos a hacer una foto. Vale. ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Bol? ¿Bol? ¿Lanzo bol? ¿Lanzo bol? Venga, lanzo bol. Por favor, no escapes. Solo 85, tío. ¡No! Vale, vale. Es que no sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer, tío. ¿Le lanzo otro? Es que le voy a lanzar otra bol, tío. Vale, lo siento por silenciarme, es que se lo estaba diciendo a mis amigos. No te escapes, por favor. ¿Uno? ¡No! Vale, vale, vale. Joder, tío. Es que no creo que salga, ¿eh? No. No se ha ido. No se ha ido. No te vayas, por favor. ¿No? ¿Dos? ¿Tres? ¡No! No. No sé qué hacer, tío. Joder. Por favor. Por favor, captúrate, captúrate, captúrate. Te amo, Girafarik. Te amo, Girafarik. Te amo, te amo, te amo, te amo, te amo. Vamos, 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 vamos. Joder, toma. Estaba cagadísimo. ¿Cómo no ha salido? ¿Cómo no ha salido? What the fuck. Como que soy un puto shiny. Ya llevo 2, ¿eh? Ya llevo 2 en 3 días. Media hora de nuevo. Es que es igual que con hoy. Solo media hora, tío. Es que no me lo creo. Es que no me lo creo. Lo he capturado, lo he capturado. Estoy súper contento. Es mi segundo shiny de Full Odds en Pokémon Zafiro. Zafiro. Yes, look what a... Look what a... I don't know how to speak English, wait. Es que no me lo creo. Wow, bro, I just found it only at 85 encounters. Look at this. I was searching for a Wobbuffet and I got it. Thanks. Oh my god, bro. I also got an shiny Oddish. I'm gonna leave Shedinja right here. Yeah, I'm very lucky right now. Oddish, I got it at 500 encounters. Oh. Okay, never mind. Oh my fucking god. I'm shaking right now, dude. That's the shiny Oddish. I'm gonna heal because my shiny Oddish is fainted, so I can show you. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Let's see. Yes. And there it is, a shiny Girafarig. It's amazing. I love this Pokemon. Look, there it is. They're both shiny. I can't believe I found it. I can't fucking believe it. Let's see here stats. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep shiny hunting now. Exactly, I'm gonna 25 minutes and 53 seconds. Just like nothing. I'm very surprised. Are you shiny hunting? Or you're just a viewer? Yeah, it's unbelievable. I can't say what I can't speak right now. Oh, you are also one? I only have 6 shinies. I started shiny hunting back in 2017 with Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I thought it was better to full lots shiny hunt, and now I have 2 shinies, full lots. So I'm very proud of it. Look at it. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna stay shiny hunting. Yes! But if you see, like, he didn't flee like for 7 turns. I'm so lucky. If you go back on the stream, you can see that I have 4 shinies in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so I think I usually shiny hunt more in Sun and Moon, but lately I've been shiny hunting at Pokemon Sapphire. As you can see, no action replay, nothing. It's just the game and the shiny. And I'm gonna save right now because I don't wanna lose it. Yes! Finally! Oh my god! Because yesterday I did like 1000 encounters and I didn't find any. But now I do 85 and I found one. Well, it's not a Wobbuffet, but it's a shiny. I can't complain. I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm gonna keep hunting for wait. I'm gonna keep hunting for Wobbuffet. So I have one now. The bad thing about Wobbuffet is that he runs away, so if I find one, it's gonna be difficult to catch it. Oh, okay. At how many encounters? Like, I don't play Pokemon Let's Go, I don't have a Switch, so I don't really know if it's encounters or just Pokemon seen in the wild. Oh, but like, were you hunting for? I don't know how to fucking speak English. Were you hunting for it or you just got it random? Oh, do you know me 678 TV? Like, he got a shiny Nazio after 3 years of hunting. Like, now that you say that, Nazio? Yeah, But I don't want to hunt for Natsu. I don't want to have the same luck as that guy. I'm random encountering, so it's not soft resets. But I have done for the shiny oddish. This one I have done like 253, I think, and for the giraffe 85. 85. So I'm a lucky man. Oh shit. Yep. I also don't want to get a shiny gloom because I already have a shiny oddish that I can clone, so it's not a big deal. I can revolve oddish to get a shiny gloom, so I don't want a shiny gloom. Wait, I need to look something. How many percent does giraffe have? Because I don't know. It has a 20%. Okay, that's pretty rare. Okay, I have where I got my shiny oddish in private, but I might put it on public. I think it's at 27 minutes.
much higher encounter rate in Ruby, and Plusle has a much lower encounter rate, while the opposite is true in Sapphire. Another two Pokemon that see this treatment would include Volbeat and Illumise, with Illumise being more common in Ruby, and Volbeat being more common in Sapphire. And to my knowledge, the final pair would be Grimer and Koffing in Fiery Path, with Koffing having a higher encounter rate in Ruby, and Grimer having a higher encounter rate in Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire were the first pair of games in the series to have major version differences outside of obtainable Pokemon. The roles of the two villainous teams, Team Aqua and Magma, are completely different in each game, though the story is pretty much the same no matter what version you get. The villainous team is trying to take control of a legendary Pokemon in order to alter the landscape and create their perfect world. But of course, in Sapphire, Team Aqua takes on this role, trying to use Kyogre to expand the ocean, giving a Pokemon a larger habitat, which is their vision of a perfect world, which Team Magma opposed and tried to stop, whereas in Ruby the roles are reversed. Team Magma tries to take control of Groudon to expand the land, while this time Team Aqua are the ones on the sidelines opposing their plans. Another minor change regarding these teams would be the fact that the Lilyco Pie
Are you here?
version, clearly designed to represent which team resides there. But that's about it for Ruby and Sapphire, so let's roll on with Emerald. So, there's a much bigger difference with the intro this time. The beginning is pretty similar, with the player riding their bike. The background this time is the same as the one from Pokemon Ruby. Additions would include Torchic, Volbeat, and Manectric seen following the main character, and Flygon replaces Latios or Latias as a Pokemon flying overhead. The following scene has been completely changed to one featuring the Weather Trio, to better reflect the changes made to the main story. And of course, the title screen has been changed to feature Rayquaza, but is still in a similar style to Ruby and Sapphire's. But let's have a look at the changes that were made to obtainable Pokemon before you receive the National Dex. Pokemon that were made unobtainable would include the Surskit and Meditite lines, as well as Roselia, Zangoose, and Lunatone. Interestingly, you can get both the Seedot and Lotad lines in Emerald, with them being placed like other pairs of Pokemon were in Ruby and Sapphire, with Lotad having a much higher encounter rate than Seedot. The same also goes for Mawile and Sableye, as they can now both be found in the same game, with Sableye being much more common than Mawile. Some Pokemon encounter slots aside from these have also been moved around too. An example of this would be Zigzagoon being removed from a ton of routes. Groudon and Kyogre are also now available in both games, being found in Terra and Marine Cave respectively in the active game, instead of in the Cave of Origin. Latios and Latias are no longer version exclusives, but you still only get one per game. The only difference being that you get a choice between the two. A huge change would be that once you complete a regional Pokédex, Professor Birch will let you have a Johto starter. There are actually more Johto Pokemon available after you get the National Dex, but we'll take a look at that once we get to new areas. As for graphical changes in Emerald, there's a lot to cover. For starters, we see the return of animated Pokemon sprites. All of the still sprites are the same as they were in Ruby and Sapphire though. The player characters were also redesigned to feature a green color scheme instead of red. This change can be seen in both the trainer and the overall sprites. When the Weather and Reggie trios are encountered, this neat little animation showing their patterns is now shown. A lot of areas were also redesigned. Seriously, there are so many tiny components that were redesigned, it's crazy. From water to rocks to trees, flowers, roofs, windows, ground, cave floors, there's so much, it's insane. If I listed every single area that looks different, I'd be here all day, simply because of how many components were changed. Nearly every area looks slightly different than it did in Ruby and Sapphire, so I'll be covering some of the areas where things were changed most of all. Rustboro City received a real makeover, with its colors in Emerald being much lighter than in Ruby and Sapphire. Now, you wouldn't really be able to tell here because of the fog anyway, but once you remove the fog, you can see how drastically different Rustsurf's gonna look from Ruby and Sapphire to Emerald. And I must say thank goodness, because Ruby and Sapphire's version really is an eyesore. Not that I have a problem with the color green or anything, but this color scheme looks like it belongs in Gen 2, not Gen 3. A route that received significant change would be Route 113. The patches of soil were made smaller, the rocks have slight design changes, and there have been a few more trees added. Route 117 also looks different, with the flower patches being a different color and made larger. Jagged Pass was changed too, likely to accommodate the entrance to an area that we'll cover in more detail later. Route 118 had large areas of rock removed and replaced with trees. And most Deep Space Center was also completely redesigned. Shoal Cave is also a lot darker in color. Room 4 of Seafloor Cavern also looks completely different for some reason. The last place we're going to look at would be the Cave of Origin, which now only has 3 floors, in comparison to Ruby and Sapphire's 6. Now, bear in mind that this is only a small portion of the changes that were made to areas, but I'm sure that by now you get the idea. But so far, we've only really looked at the areas where the already existing features were changed. Now, we're going to take a look at places that had entirely new things added, as had the addition of the Trina Hill, which is just another battling facility at face value, but I'll talk about it in more detail once I eventually get onto Generation 3 regional differences. Instead of finding the root and claw fossils at the top of Route 111, you now find them in the newly added Mirage Tower on the same route. It's now possible to obtain both of these fossils, but you'll have to access the newly added Desert Underpass after getting the National Dex. This new area also has Wild Ditto, which can't be found in Ruby and Sapphire. At the end of the Desert Underpass, you'll find the fossil that you didn't pick up in Mirage Tower. Event-only locations were also added to Emerald, the first of which would be Birth Island through the Aurora ticket, which is where you can now find Deoxys, a Pokemon completely unavailable in Ruby and Sapphire. Deoxys takes on the speed form by default in Emerald, whereas in Ruby and Sapphire it takes on its normal form. Following on from Fire Red and Leaf Green, players of Emerald can now get the Mystic tickets at an event and access Naval Rock, which is where you can find Ho-Oh and Lugia. The final event-only location added to Emerald would be Faraway Island, the location of Mew, which can be accessed if you have the old sea map. Strangely enough, this event isn't actually in Fire Red and Leaf Green at all, though Emerald isn't much better, because even though it's technically in the game, the old sea map was never distributed in English versions at all, so Mew remained as elusive as ever. Altering Cave from Fire Red and Leaf Green is also a new addition to the Hoenn region, being found on Route 103 after the player enters the Hall of Fame. Altering Cave was fully planned to be used as a spot to feature Pokemon that couldn't be found elsewhere through mystery gift at events. Well, at least that was the plan for Fire Red and Leaf Green, but it was never made use of, so this cave will forever remain the domain of Zubat. What confuses me is that in Emerald, they made all the Pokemon planned for Altering Cave available in different areas, but they still decided to put it in the game, when at that point it was clear it wasn't going to be used at all. But let's see where these Pokemon actually were made available. In Emerald, after you receive the National Pokedex, the new areas 5 and 6 of the Safari Zone are made accessible, which are home to Pokemon that you couldn't find in Ruby and Sapphire. Area 5 contains Hoothoot, Spinarak, Mareep, Sunkern, Gligar, Snubbull, Stantler, as well as the Wooper and Remoraid lines. Area 6 has Hoothoot, Ladybug, Aipom, Sunkern, Pineco, Teddiursa, Houndour, Miltank, and Shuckle. Another noticeable change would be the replacement of all of the contest halls, except for Lily Coves, were replaced by Battle Tents. Battle Tents are actually practiced for the newly added Battle Frontier, which is in the same location as the Battle Tower was in Ruby and Sapphire. Scott, a new character who follows you around during the main story, owns the Battle Frontier, and will invite you when you become champion. The Battle Frontier has 7 facilities, being the Battle Tower, Palace, Factory, Pyramid, Dome, Arena, and Pike. Each facility has a Frontier Brain, which is kind of like a gym leader, except they're much more challenging to get to. These would include Salon Maiden Annabelle, Palace Maven Spencer, Factory Head Nolan, Pyramid King Brandon, Dome Ace Tucker, Arena Tycoon Greta, and Pike Queen Lucy. When you beat each Frontier Brain once, you receive a silver symbol, and if you beat them twice, you get a gold symbol. Scott will also give you special items as you win more battles and earn more symbols. By clearing rounds of each facility, you earn battle points, or BP. You can exchange BP for secret base items that can't be found anywhere else, and other useful items. There are also 3 Pokemon available here that you can't find in Ruby and Sapphire. These Pokemon will be Smeargle, which can be found in the newly added Artisan Cave, along with stat boosting items. The second would be Sudowoodo, which can be awakened with the Whalmer Pale close to the Battle Palace. And the last would be Meow, which can be obtained through a trade for a Skitty, and naturally other in-game trades would change from what they were in Ruby and Sapphire. Another area that received a new addition would be this area in Jagged Pass, which we did touch on a little earlier, but to explain what this is, we'll have to go through the changes made to the main story. Emerald's story in relation to the evil teams is pretty much a mix of Ruby and Sapphire's. Team Aqua and Magma now share the whole evil team spotlight. They both try and control the legendary Pokemon to achieve the goals set in the first game. Like in Sapphire, Team Aqua are causing trouble in Petalburg Woods, as well as Oceanic Museum, Mount Pyre, the Lily Cove Hideout, and finally Seafloor Cavern when trying to awaken Kyogre. Like in Ruby, Team Magma caused trouble at Mount Chimney, and a new area that they appear would be the Moss Deep Space Center, where they take over the building, and to stop them you have to team up with Steven. And their hideout was the weather goes completely out of control, but this time it's worse, because Groudon and Kyogre have engaged in a huge battle in the center of Pseudopolis City. Gotta say, Kyogre telling Groudon and Kyogre to shut up. but hey, it works. It's actually possible to now go back to Sky Pillar and catch Rayquaza before challenging the Elite Four, with it still being at level 70 like in Ruby and Sapphire. The world is back to normal and you're free to challenge the 8th gym, except this time, Wallace is replaced by Juan as the gym leader. This was the only gym leader that was replaced, but the gym leader's opponent also did receive major changes to their teams. And in some cases, the layout of the gyms was completely redone. In Emerald, you can also rematch the gym leaders after receiving the national decks, with their teams gradually changing each time you rematch them. As for the Elite Four, they had their teams changed too, and Wallace replaced Steven as the champion opponent. But you may be wondering what happened to Steven. Well, after you enter the Hall of Fame, you can now be found in a new area of Meteor Falls, which now sports a grey colour instead of beige. Steven's team is the same as the one he used in Ruby and Sapphire, but at much higher levels. There were also lots of tiny changes made to the way some things work in Emerald. For example, a group of berries were changed so that they reduced the EVs on a Pokemon and increased its friendship, whereas before they were just plain old Pokeblock ingredients. Some abilities were also changed to have out-of-battle effects. Examples would include Static being changed to make encounters with electric types more common, and Magnet Pull being changed to make encounters with steel-type Pokemon more common. The way the ability pickup works was also changed, with the items you can obtain now varying depending on the level of your Pokemon. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green, Emerald can make use of the with the items you can obtain now varying depending on the level of your Pokemon. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green, Emerald can make use of the wireless adapter. However, unlike Ruby and Sapphire, it's not compatible with the e-reader anymore. This is why the e-reader Trainer House in Mossdeep City was changed to feature the mini-games Pokemon Jump and Dodrio Berry Picking instead. The option for Mystery Gift is added, and the party interface looks more similar to the one used in Fire and Leaf Green. The general font was also changed, which also more closely resembles the font used in Fire and Leaf Green too. The color of the summary screen also changed from purple to green. The bag interface is also changed, and all items now have bag sprites. Another really tiny change would be that the NPC that blocks your path in Little Root Town is now a boy instead of a girl. While Emerald fixed some bugs that were present in Ruby and Sapphire, as is the case with pretty much all sequels, there is one unfixable bug that only occurs in Pokemon Emerald and not Ruby and Sapphire. It may be a little bit confusing, and I'm not entirely convinced that I understand it amazingly well myself, but let's go with it. In Ruby and Sapphire, a pseudo-random number generator is used to determine what values are applied to any Pokemon you encounter. This includes stuff like natures, IVs, and whether or not the Pokemon is shiny. At any one instant, all these frames are just kind of flying around, and when you encounter a Pokemon, the frame that occurred at that moment is applied to the Pokemon. Normally these frames are arranged in a massive list that starts at a different point each time you start the game, but with Emerald, it's broken, so the list always starts in the same place whenever you start up the game. This can lead to RNG clones, and is most commonly used to soft reset for shiny legendary Pokemon. There are just a few more little changes that we need to cover before wrapping up. Existing trainers had their teams changed, and a lot of new trainers were added to areas too. It's now also possible to get into random double battles with unrelated trainers, whereas before, double battles were reserved for trainers that always battled as a pair, such as couples or twins. Wally's team didn't change, but he's now battled at the beginning of Victory Road instead of at the end. An odd change would be that the Poochyena chasing Professor Birch at the beginning of the game is changed to a Zigzagoon. For some reason, the movers Machoke were also changed to Vigoroth too. A trio of new NPCs were added to the Lily Cove Pokemon Center. Only one will appear in each game, and which one appears is based on your trainer ID. There's a contest lady who just takes Pokeblocks from you. That's it. She doesn't even give you anything in return. Rude. There's a favor lady who takes certain items from you and will give you vitamins in return, and the quiz lady will ask you questions and give out prizes if you answer correctly. In Emerald, the Trainer Zaya's feature is replaced by the match call option, which allows you to call trainers like you could in Generation 2. This edition also lets other people call you during the main story too, and for some bizarre reason, when unlocking the Reggies in the sealed chamber, you now have to have Wailord and Relic-Hand in different positions in the party. The method used to open the individual doors to the Reggies was also altered. But I think we're just about done. Those were what I believe to be old version differences in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. If you enjoyed this series and would like to see me do version differences between Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, then I'd appreciate it if you left a like on the video, which still serves the same purpose, but has a lot more added features, like being able to look at random people's PC boxes online, and being able to upload and view battles using the VS recorder. A new key item also introduced in Platinum. Another new area that made use of Wi-Fi would be the Wi-Fi Plaza, where you could play cool minigames, interact with other players, and ride floats, among other things. But unfortunately, we lost access to the Wi-Fi Plaza when the Wi-Fi service for the DS was shut off in 2014. The Great Marsh was also completely redesigned. It works similarly to the Great Marsh of Diamond and Pearl, but the Pokemon that you can find in there are different in Platinum, as it introduced some Pokemon that were added to Platinum's regional decks. Some of the changing Pokemon, both pre- and post-national decks, were also altered. The resort area also looks a lot more like an actual resort, with actual palm trees, and there's the addition of the villa, which you can furnish. Important characters like gym leaders will also come to visit you from time to time. In Platinum, the resource area is also home to the pond that has Magikarp varying from levels 1 to 100. But of course...
Miguel, es que es muy suyo. Ya verás.
Oye, ¿dónde está el colacado?
¿Colacado, Miguel? ¿En serio? A ver, que yo también tengo algo muy mío. Mis grumitos. Y los hago porque mezclan mis ingredientes sin añadir aditivos y mi cacao es natural. Colacao. Eso, tan tuyo.
Ayer quedé con esa chica de Big Pato.
The main new attraction for Sinnoh would be the Battle Frontier, which works similarly to the area of the same name in Generation 3. This time there are only 5 facilities, being the Battle Tower, Factory, Arcade, Castle, and Hall. Each facility has a Frontier Brain like an Emerald. The Frontier Brains are Tower Tycoon Palmer, Factory Head Thornton, Arcade Star Dahlia, Castle Valet Darach, and Hall Matron Argenta. If you beat a Frontier Brain once, you get a silver print, whereas if you beat them twice, you get a gold print. I say silver and gold, but the only differences between the two prints is that one has more color than the other. Again, you earn battle points, or BP, by winning battles. BP can be exchanged for various battle items and TMs. You can now also buy Pokemon scratch cards, which cost 1 BP each to try. Amity Square also received huge aesthetic changes. The little caves now serve as warp points, and you're able to walk with more Pokemon than in Diamond and Pearl. Pastoria City also received this space board. There's also a chance that a Krogunk will appear when you use it and then walk off into the marsh. The department store at Veilstone City received the basement, where Poppins, berries, and lava cookies can be bought. But I feel like it's time to move on to some new event-only locations. Special caves were added in various locations throughout Sinnoh. They may not seem like much at first, but when you have an event Regigigas in the party, the rooms change, and allow you to encounter the 3 Reggies. Also related to this, the Regigigas that you encounter in Snow Point Temple is now at level 1. Probably the least threatening legendary Pokemon battle you'll ever have. Event items